Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin bubble news channel. This area is worth $2.5 trillion right now. It will grow to $10 to $15 trillion this cycle, and then it will reach $100 trillion by 2032 or 2034. $250 billion and $100 billion. These days in business we use trillions all the time. Going from $2.5 trillion to $100 trillion would be the biggest and fastest growth in wealth in history. This is why the room is so important to all of us. We care because it's important to us and everyone else. We get to take part. People in power try to stop us, but we say, fuck you, this is ours for once. We have the chance to make money. We have the chance to get ahead of the organizations. We are going to take our $100 trillion. Around the $65,000 mark. Sentiment, a cryptocurrency intelligence platform, says that this amount of FUD for such a long time is not common, and traders continue to give up. In a post from June 20th, Sentiment said that most people are afraid of or don't care about Bitcoin because its price is between $65,000 and $66,000. CoinMarketCap data shows that the price of Bitcoin has gone up and down between highs near $67,294 and lows around $64,800 in last week. Sentiment mentioned its weighted mood index, a metric that checks how often Bitcoin is mentioned on X and looks at the ratio of positive to negative comments. The index has been negative since May 23rd, and at the time of writing it was minus 0.738. This means that most of the mentions of Bitcoin on X are negative. The indicators, on the other hand, went up to positive values of 4.49 and 2.35 when Bitcoin experienced good events, such as the approval of 11 spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs on January 10th and the halving of Bitcoin on April 20th. People in the crypto world, including traders with large followings, have been saying bad things about Bitcoin on social media. Glassnode head analyst James Check, also known as Checkmate, wrote in a June 19th post that Bitcoin has been stuck in a 150-day sideways slog since the halving. The slog is now about 60 days old. People say that the most boring part of a bull market is when prices stay flat for months at a time. Gel, a fake crypto trader, also said that Bitcoin is pretty dull at the moment. And Trader Cobb, another trader, agreed with this. Some people think that the long period of consolidation could be setting the stage for a huge price increase. Cointelegraph reported on June 13th that Bitcoin had been stable for 92 days, which was the longest period of time it had been stable. Analysts said the long period of stability could be setting the asset up for a huge rise to the upside. Don Crypto Trades, a fake crypto trader, says that the growth that follows is usually bigger if the consolidation lasts longer. Another indicator of how people feel about the crypto market is the Fear and Greed Index, which has a greed number of 63 at the moment, down 11 points from the last few days. This metric looks at more than just how people feel on social media. It looks at things like volatility, market momentum, and volume, market power, and current trends. And this is how I've started telling people about the space, because you know that Bitcoin, Ethereum, why blockchains, scams, and all of that make people really confused. They don't get it, but most of us who live in the space do. I thought, okay, this is a technology stack. It is a set of technologies that sits on top of the internet and is the new internet. You can make digital shortage with it. Everything has no worth in a digital world because it is possible to make an infinite number of it. That's a problem in a world that is becoming more and more computerized. As a result, the idea of digital scarcity is very strong, as is this distributed ledger system that keeps track of who owns what and how it is transferred and settled. Some people get this, and they say, wow, it's growing twice as fast as the internet. Okay, so our technology is growing faster than any other time in history. It's like adding a new layer to the internet. We can own a piece of this magic, which makes it even more magical. We can't own the whole architecture, though. Since blockchain is made up of many separate companies, that company also sells Blockroom. People had a light bulb moment. It may not help you at all, but they're all in the business of selling block space, and each has their own unique story or block space to sell. Bitcoin is the best way to store value, so you can build your wealth on us. Ethereum is like, we have the biggest and best ecosystem to build on top of this. We're the kind of people who block room on the internet. Solana says, yeah, we're kind of that, but we're a closed ecosystem, super fast, super clean block space, and so on. Blockroom is what everyone does for a living. The magic is the ticket, even though it doesn't sound as exciting. Tokens are the system of behavioral incentives that keep everything going and let people be a part of this place. tokens like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana are the only assets that are widely uniform, investable, and open to everyone because they can be split into smaller pieces. They can be owned by anyone with a cell phone or an internet link. That's not even true for gold. It's actually gold that you can get in an Indian town for half the price of a spread. The price of Bitcoin is pretty much the same everywhere. You get to build up this huge layer of technology. We weren't able to put money into the internet. In the services layer, you had to put money into Google and Apple. We have all of the equipment here. Everyone in the world can gain something. It means this place, which is worth $2.5 trillion right now. 10 to 15 trillion will be reached this time. After that, it will reach 100 trillion by 2032 or 2034. 2.5 trillion, 100 trillion. These days in business, we use trillions all the time. Getting to 100 trillion from 2.5 trillion would be the biggest and fastest way for people to get rich in history. This is why the room is so important to all of us. We care because it's important to us and everyone else. We get to take part. People in power try to stop us, but we say, fuck you. This is ours for once. We have the chance to make money. We have the chance to get ahead of the organizations. We are going to take our 100 trillion. We'll have changed the world if we can get 1 billion people to ride with us. I believe this idea is very, very important. It really hit home with people as well. Oh my God, this is so much bigger than I thought, people said. I say, yeah, because you keep listening to the blocks, the different blockchains, and their stories. You don't see it for what it is. There's a change going on.